Jeff from Chillin and Grillin with Jeff here. We were at DJ and Natalie's and I met this great couple, Jim and Carla. Jim said, hey, you got to come to my place and check out my little cabana. So that's what we're about to do. Join me as we head out back to say hi to Jim and Carla. Jim, Carla. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Carla. Hey, thanks so much for the invitation. I can't wait to go in the backyard and see the little cabana.
Nice to have you.
But hey, listen, before we even get to the backyard, this is fantastic. This is just beautiful. I got a feeling that, Jim, no offense, but I bet you Carla had more to do with this than you did.
It was completely Carla's brainchild. She knew exactly what she wanted. She picked the whole thing out.
Well, if this is an introduction to the backyard, I can't wait to get back there and see it. But tell me a little bit about this. Carla, how did you come up with this inspiration? What's the story here?
I really like the sound of the water.
Yeah.
And so I wanted it to cascade and just, you know, worked with that. And actually the rock that you see the water going down at was there before 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And so we just incorporated it into a waterfall.
It's so soothing.
It is.
So you don't even need a backyard. You can set up a couple, you can just sit on the rock up here, have a glass of wine and a cocktail, listen to that music.
And it's a great bird bath. The birds appreciate it.
Well, it sounds great. It looks spectacular. And again, as I say, if this is the introduction to the backyard, I can't wait to see it. So let's head back and check out this little cabana.
Okay.
Wow, guys. You walk through the gate and I see this. And you just kind of stop in your tracks and say, wow. And you're smiling, and you should be. Because just like you had a lot of influence on the front, I'll bet you had some influence on what was going on back here.
Yeah.
What did you start with? So you move into this house. What was here? What did you start with?
It was a 10 by 10 wooden deck.
Just out the back door?
Just out the back door. There was no pool.
No pool.
There was no hedge.
No little cabana.
No little cabana.
There was a 10 by 10 wooden deck. Having done maintenance on wood before, the first thing to go was that wooden deck.
I hear you. I'm with you in that, yeah.
So we got rid of that. And then we found it was quite hot back here, so came the pergola. Then it started to rain, so the pergola, the rain came from the pergola. Yeah, so now we got to get another building out here so there's somewhere we can go hide when it rains. So we put the pool in, and then we put the retaining wall, and then we basically laid the foundation for the thinking, okay, we'll get a cabana down the road. And then we decided we'd put in a outdoor kitchen. It wasn't big enough to get stuff in, so we had to get a crane to lift the pizza oven over the house.
So let's talk a little bit about this pizza oven right here. This is amazing. I've seen some really cool pizza ovens. You had to lift this over the house?
A crane.
Who did the lifting, Carla? Or?
We had to rent a crane to lift this pizza oven over.
And the stonework is beautiful.
It was actually done by a Ukrainian stonemason, and he built all that. He also built the fireplace.
Okay.
In the little cabana.
So in the little cabana. Who did all this barbecue stuff here? There's this Jamaican looking one. Tell me about this.
That's a barrel. That's a oil barrel that's traditional in Jamaica. That's how they use for a barbecue.
Right.
So they just cut it and paint it and voila.
Sheldon and I work together, and Sheldon cooks for a lot of the staff on Friday nights, and this is his barbecue. So, so we asked Sheldon to bring his barbecue and just highlight the backyard.
So it's going to be some great food for sure. And I see we have several areas for sitting, and we have this area here. I'm guessing this is a fire table?
Yes, it is.
Pool, I just want to comment. This is so soothing. The blue, it's like this big pop of blue back here.
That would be me again.
We're right in the city, but you notice, and privacy is big for me. I love a backyard that has privacy. Your houses, apartment buildings, you would never know that.
When we moved into the area, we noticed that nobody really had fences. They all had a hedge.
Right.
So that was the first thing we did, is we put in a hedge, and we set up drip lines and fertilized them like crazy, and it's lovely.
And how long have you been here? Like, how long has all this taken to come together?
16 years.
16 years from the wooden deck to what we see right now?
Exactly.
And I love your story, how it went from we sat outside and it started to rain, so we needed something over our head. Then it started to rain hard, so we needed better shelter.
Exactly.
So what do you do when it snows? Where do you go when it snows?
We go in the cabana because it's heated.
Everything is a room. It's a little cabana.
That little cabana.
The little cabana. Why don't we head over to the little cabana and take a look and tell me what's going on in there?
Sure.
That's great.
Our pleasure.
Perfect. All right, the little cabana. We're in the little cabana. Or is there another little cabana somewhere inside this bigger cabana? This is incredible. What a fantastic cabana. And I bet this gets used a lot.
Year round.
Year round.
Year round?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's heat. Well, I guess
So
you got the
it's heated,
fireplace,
yes,
right?
yes.
And this fireplace is beautiful. There's got to be a story behind the fireplace.
My friend Brian out there, they have a pit out by the lake and had all this river rock in it. And so we went out there, Carl and I went out and picked out all the river
You guys,
rock.
yeah, you filled the
we-
buckets and
yeah,
all of
Yeah,
that.
we
yeah.
picked out
Washed
all
them by hand.
Washed
Did you?
them, yeah.
Yes, I did.
And then the wood all came from when the ash borer came and we had to cut down all the ash tree. We had all these beautiful logs. And so we went and I sent them to the kiln. I had them cut, then I sent them to the kiln in around Lucan and I had them dried. And then I sent the thick boards to the cabinet maker and he made the bar.
So the bar is also made of ash from your farm.
All ash.
This is all from
sorry,
Jim's
yeah.
farm.
All ash.
All the wood.
Yeah, all the bar, he made everything. He went and picked the pieces he wanted, the thickest pieces for the bar. It's this beautiful bar top. And then all this, and then Carla picked the colors. We put stamped concrete in here in case
People swim, they
we-
don't have to worry about,
Yeah.
you have to
We
come in
expected-
here wet.
Yeah. I see people starting to show up right now. You're going to have a crowd tonight. When you're entertaining in your backyard, do you typically bring in large crowds or tell me a little bit about how you like to use
we're
your...
more of a larger crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, go big or go home.
I love it. And I saw some of the food getting ready to go on the grill. So tell me a little bit about the menu this evening.
Well, we're going to start off with a saltfish fritters, and that's cod.
Saltfish fritters.
Yes.
We've done a lot on this show. We have not done
that?
saltfish
All right,
fritters. So
okay.
I'm looking forward to trying that.
Yeah. Our main course will be jerk pork, jerk chicken, escovitch fish.
Escovitch fish. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's we use kingfish, and it's seasoned and then fried.
Okay.
And then you make a pickling, and so in the pickling comes carrots, onions, Scotch bonnet, pepper, lots of Scotch bonnet pepper, and pimento. And we fry that up and we pour it over.
Kind of a combination. It's fried, but it's a ceviche at the same time.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to trying
Yeah.
that.
And then we're doing rice and peas. And our version in Jamaica of spinach is called callaloo. So that's our veg. And cocktail patties. And
Yeah, we
patties.
got
We
some
do
patties.
So what's a cocktail patty?
It's just a smaller version of a beef patty.
So nobody's going home hungry tonight.
Nobody will.
This looks incredible. I'm looking forward to cooking up some great. Is it time to get some chicken and some things going?
That's right.
And you mentioned Sheldon earlier. So Sheldon works for you, and he cooks for the staff.
Yep, every Friday Sheldon cooks for everybody, and he's amazing.
He's Jamaican.
Yes.
You mentioned, and he's
Yes.
going to help. And yourself, you guys are going to combine your talents and
Yep.
whip up some great Jamaican food.
Carla and Sheldon were seasonning the food all night last night, so it really worked out well.
So you're going to supervise, make sure everything happens properly.
I'll man the bar.
Perfect. Well, let's go cook some food. All right, Sheldon, I see a big bucket of rice we got here. What are we doing with this?
We're gonna put it in the pot with the rice, with the peas and the coconut milk.
So that's what's cooking in here, and you had to let this boil for a while.
Yeah.
So peas,
I let it
coconut
boil
milk.
for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're just gonna add the rice, and that's gonna be for our rice and beans.
There's coconut milk, there's thyme, there's scallion, there's onion, and a Scotch bonnet pepper.
Oh, okay. You
All
gotta
in
have
the
those
rice.
Scotch bonnets and everything,
That's
right?
it.
Give it that flavor.
You got to buy a basket of those when you cook, right? Good. All right. Well, let's get that going, and then I'm interested in what we have happening next. But I don't want to get in the way, so add the rice. That is a lot of rice. And this would be served as a side with the jerk chicken and the jerk pork
Yes.
and all that sort
Yes.
of thing.
Yes, but in Jamaica, we eat more rice than we eat potato.
Okay.
So that's our staple. Like
Right.
at nights, you always have a rice with your dinner.
And how much heat will that Scotch bonnet bring to the party?
It's you can't burst it.
Right.
If you burst it, your rice is done.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So
this is-
the oils
Right.
will come out and give it some flavor.
So you just threw in the entire Scotch bonnet
yes.
without
and
cutting
not-
it.
No,
Nothing.
no, you can't cut it.
No. So now that that's cooking, we're gonna make salt fritters.
Yes,
You were
saltfish
telling-
fritters.
you were telling me about this. So tell me more about what's happening. How do we make this? What's this backstory to
Okay, in our national dish, first of all, in Jamaica, our national dish is ackee and saltfish. So saltfish is in most of our dishes, and it's salted because in the olden days they didn't have refrigeration, so they salted it to keep it, and we just kept it that way because we liked it. So what you have to do is that you soak the saltfish first to get some of the salt out of
Okay.
it, and then break it up, and you put it in here with flour, onion, thyme, and Scotch bonnet. Again, the
Another
Scotch,
Scotch
bonnet.
So and you're just gonna fry these up now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm anxious to try one. So So that's nice and thick, and
Yeah.
that's just the flour and the salt.
Just yeah,
cod
and just a little bit of water because you want it thick,
right.
so it keeps its shape.
Okay.
And then you just take a spoon and you just drop it in the oil.
So this is the amount that we got. We don't want to make it real big and thick. So this is
Yes, he
the
likes
amount.
it thick, so it holds its shape.
And will we put a dipping sauce with this, or
No.
you just eat it as
No,
as
we
it is?
can eat it with some pepper.
So these are our patties that you spoke about a little bit
Yes.
earlier, and this will just be kind of a mini beef patty.
Yes.
And what's inside there as well? Seasoning.
Beef also with thyme, scallion, garlic and stuff, and it's just ground beef and cooked, fried up, and put into a pastry, and a very flaky pastry.
Okay.
And this is a snack in Jamaica, a common snack. You
All right.
see this everywhere.
And we're gonna call Jim in, our resident chef. Caught you off guard, didn't it, buddy? I guess you're gonna do the cooking.
Okay.
We're gonna put you to work on that.
Okay.
How long are we gonna cook these up for?
Around 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes in there?
Yes.
Jim, was that at 1,000,000 degrees again, or did we
300 C.
300? It's gonna cook. So here's our salt cod fritters that we were talking about. They look great. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's awesome.
Is it?
Oh, super crunchy. Those are great. No, I thought it would be saltier.
No, that's why you soak
Yeah.
the saltfish
Oh,
before.
and there's a little bit of the heat coming up afterwards.
There you
right?
go.
Yeah, I was just literally gonna say, I'm not getting the heat. Now I'm getting the heat. Comes in the back way there. right?
Great.
Yeah. We'll finish these. We'll let Sheldon get a few more cooked up. And it looks like we have some hungry guests. We'll get
Sure.
everybody eating. Sounds
Sure
good.
thing.
All right, Carla, Sheldon, I've heard about this great jerk chicken.
Yeah.
You guys, I guess you have a fabulous recipe. You do everything yourself, but there's some secrets here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Seasoning it the night before. So tell me a little bit about what we have going on.
So it's best to like season from overnight, so it's got a good marinade.
Somewhere 12 to 15 hours kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly seasoned to bone. That's
Oh.
what Jamaican would say, right?
Seasoned to the bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we use a pimento, garlic, onion, thyme, and then we use a jerk seasoning. And then this is our Maggie's season up chicken seasoning. And so that also goes into it. And of course, Scotch bonnet
There
pepper.
we go. So when you're making jerk chicken, is the trick to get as much heat as possible or just lots of flavor?
Lots of flavor.
Lots of flavor, right? Not so much the
Definitely.
heat. Okay.
Yes.
So you took this last night, you had it seasoned up, and this is some of our seasoning. You're just
Yes.
going to add a little more. Sheldon
Correct.
was saying he likes to put a little extra on before you throw it on the grill.
That's it.
And then how are we going to cook it?
Place it on the jerk pan
Yeah.
and made it stay for about 45 minutes.
About what temperature?
350.
About 350 degrees? All right, perfect. Well, let's finish it up and get it on the grill. So Sheldon, this is our, what did we call this, jerk pork?
Jerk pork.
Same types of seasoning that we used on the chicken?
Yeah, we just spice it a little more because the pork, we got to spice it a little more if we got it more juicy.
Okay, all right. And what do you do with that? Add more peppers?
Yeah.
Same seasoning, but just more peppers?
Peppers, yeah.
Okay, and then we threw this on over this nice bed of coals. And
Yeah.
it's been on for, what, about a half an hour?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
half an hour.
Okay, and what are you going to do now? Pull it off and...
Yeah, I'm just getting it more seasoned, more spicy,
Okay,
and put it on back on the grill.
okay. You just gonna, and do you do that throughout the cooking process? Every once in a while, just keep
Yeah.
adding more and...
Yeah, I can do it like every 10 minutes. Yeah, so when it's finished, it's gonna be juicy.
And then the trick is just low and slow and lots of seasoning.
You're right.
So this has already been on for about 30 minutes, and we're going to give it about an hour, another
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
So about an hour and a half total, maybe somewhere in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect.
Just-
Good. All right, I'll let you finish that up. So this is our barbecue sauce. Well, do we call it a barbecue sauce?
yeah, it's barbecue sauce. What you can use with the pork and the chicken as well.
Okay, and you're making this from scratch. So tell me, what do we have in here?
I blend some onion, some thyme, some scallion, and garlic.
So thyme and scallion, I notice, is a theme, right? Is it?
Yes.
That's a Jamaican thing?
Everything.
Everything. I think
Everything.
just about every dish you use that.
Yes, and Scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna let the Scotch bonnet out.
And what about the sauce itself? Did we use some of the jerk sauce?
Yeah, this is a Jamaican sauce.
A jerk marinade.
Jamaican
Yeah. And did you
sauce.
blend it all
So-
together?
Yeah, I blend it all together. And this one is a barbecue sauce as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw this on the burner and cook it up and let it all get happy together?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you toss it on there and we'll go from there.
Sure.
All right, you got some thirsty guests out there. And Sheldon, I hear you're not just amazing on the barbecue, you're the local bartender as well.
Yeah.
And this looks like an empty bowl of rum punch.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make more. So tell us what's going on.
So first we'll start with our 151 overproof white rum.
151.
And we'll pour it all in.
Okay. So you're just putting a little bit in there, right?
No.
Just a
We're
little
gonna
bit?
put most of this in it.
Just about that much?
No?
Just about
We're
that
gonna
much?
put most of this in.
Just about that much?
I can't tell you when people said, wow, that's got a little kick to it.
Don't light a match. Is that it? We got it figured out? Okay, what else are we gonna add to this now? So like 1,000,000 proof rum.
This is lime juice.
Okay.
So we're gonna add that in there.
It's an exact amount there, right? Barbecue measurements. That's what we call barbecue measurements, where you just kind of wing it. So quite a bit of lime juice.
And then this is syrup, and this is a drink in Jamaica. A syrup. You mix it with water and sugar, and it becomes like, it's like your Kool-Aid.
Okay,
This is ours.
All right. So lots of sugar, lots of lime juice, and lots of rum. to Get it
Exactly.
right into the
And
bloodstream.
then just
some fruit
fruit
juice.
juice. Yeah.
The best way to get that rum right into the bloodstream is lots
There
of
you
sugar.
go. Lots of sugar. And then we just fill it up with ice. And there you got it.
All right, and I think we have a couple victims. All right, who's ready for a refill? Jim, the bartender here. Load them up. How many have you had so far?
This would be number 3.
Oh my God.
They keep getting better at it.
Are they getting better, really, or?
Mine's already full.
This one's even better. Jim made this. This is our
Callaloo. This is
callaloo.
callaloo. Yeah.
So that's a Jamaican equivalent to spinach.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
And you chopped up a big old pile of it.
Yes.
And then we're gonna add onions,
Yeah.
thyme,
Thyme.
Carrots
Carrots.
and tomato.
and cook it all
So-
together.
So Jamaicans, Popeye eats that.
So now we're gonna put some greens in there. Forgot about the cock soup, the
Cock
Jamaican
soup.
cock soup. They call in Jamaica we said cock soup.
Got a lot of greens to go in that pan.
Yeah.
They'll cook
Oh, it
down
will
there
shrink.
like
It will
spinach,
shrink.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely will shrink.
All right, so we got our frying pan nice and hot. We got our greens in there,
Yeah.
and you're just adding a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The
So
tomato.
will you layer it now? You'll put. Now you're gonna add some of your soup mix.
Yeah.
It's a chicken flavor, yes. It's a spicy chicken flavor.
We're gonna stir it up, and then they're gonna see where it's gonna sink.
It will sweat and become,
Right.
you know, so he needs to do that in stages.
Okay. All right, Caroline. You know, when we came in, we went through the yard a little bit quick, and I got taking a break, and I came and looked at your table. It's beautiful the way it's set up.
Thank you.
This is such a nice structure here. So, I know Jim mentioned you were sitting on the wooden deck and it rained, but give me some of the inspiration for your design, because it's great with the curtain and the lights in the ceiling. Like, we didn't see a lot of that when we first got here.
I wanted something that looked tropical, and I thought this really looks tropical.
It does.
And so that's the whole for the whole thing, whole backyard and
Yeah.
everything. It's just a tropical look.
Tropical
right?
feel. So
Yeah.
you and Jim obviously love your backyard. You
Yes,
entertain
we
back
do.
here. We have this breeze even blowing in tonight. That adds to the whole
That's
tropical
nice,
feel
yeah.
with the music.
Yeah.
And so do you dine back here a lot?
We do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do. We entertain. Jim is a real entertainer. He loves to entertain.
But you love to cook.
I love to cook.
And
I
you,
do.
You've got a lot of food going on. I
Yes.
can't wait to dig into
Yeah,
that. But so,
yeah.
so Jim likes to entertain. You love to cook.
Yeah.
And using the backyard is important, bringing
Very
lots of
important.
people together. And
We're inside for 6 months out of the year. And so
Shiver.
every chance we can be outside, we're outside.
well, this is great. Again, I appreciate you sharing your space with us. I noticed we have some gas lights coming on over there.
Yeah.
That's a nice feature as well. Again, coming up, but it seems weird to say it adds a tropical feel, but it kind of does.
It does, because on the beaches in Jamaica, there's torches,
Right.
right? That's what lights up the beach at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my torch.
Are you going to take that upper area over there and fill that with white sand from Jamaica and put a couple lawn chairs in?
I wish. I wish.
Well, this is great. I'm glad we had a chance to just sit and have a drink. Cheers to your backyard. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Carla, there's going to be a rush to that table in a
I
few moments,
know.
so I went ahead and put together a couple plates for
Oh,
us.
thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about what we have. We have some beans and rice and beans.
Yes.
right? And this is
That's the callaloo.
callaloo.
And this is escovitch fish.
Okay.
And the jerk pork.
And the jerk
and the
chicken.
jerk chicken.
It looks great. So listen, let's dig in and give this a sample right
Oh,
now. I'm
let's
going to go
try it.
right.
What are you going for first?
The callaloo. It looks great. Oh my God, that is so good.
Oh, good.
I just want to eat that. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised because you kept talking about spinach, but
Yeah.
the flavor is incredible. So jerk chicken, now one of my
Okay,
favorite things in the
jerk
world
chicken.
is jerk chicken. Let's dig into that.
Let's go.
And there's lots more where that came from. Oh, the perfect heat, perfect heat. Oh, I get that. That is wonderful. And then pork, I took the fatty end piece here.
Did you?
I was greedy.
I did.
There's no easy way to eat this, so.
Sorry, I'm just going to
Yeah,
pick it
let's
up,
just
guys.
dig in. Wow.
Oh.
I don't want to say it's better than the chicken. It's kind of better than the chicken. It's really something, eh? Just give me a plate of that pork and the callaloo, and I'm happy. Now, we talked a little bit about the fish. So this is ceviche, but you
Yep.
cook it ahead of time.
Yes.
So is that unique to Jamaica? Because I've not seen
Yes.
that a lot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh. The flavors on this plate are crazy.
Oh, thank you.
And I see a big chunk of Scotch bonnet here.
Don't eat that.
No?
No.
You don't think I should?
No, I don't think so.
I shouldn't eat the Scotch bonnet? Yeah, we should.
That's
Ah,
a carrot.
So we didn't even try the barbecue sauce yet.
No.
So I'm gonna get back into that pork.
Okay. I'm going to hit the chicken.
You're gonna go with the chicken on that. So what do you think? What's your favorite on there?
I love
Oh,
chicken.
man. Where can I buy that barbecue sauce?
Sheldon.
Sheldon, he's over there. We have to get him to bottle that up, bring some home. It's also good. The flavors are just huge, big bright flavors. So this is wonderful. Once again, thanks for putting us all together.
Totally.
I think you have
My
some
pleasure.
hungry gas, so we'll finish this, but we'll get everybody eating over there at the same time.
Absolutely.
Carla, Jim, what can I say? What a fantastic evening. I mean, here we are at DJ and Natalie's a little while ago, and Jim says, I got a little cabana in the backyard. You should come and take a look. You know, this is what we saw. The backyard is breathtaking. I mean, you come in the back, the front yard is breathtaking, and then you come in the backyard, and it's just incredible what you have here. And as the sun sets, it's getting darker. All the lights are lighting up. Tell me about the lights.
As the hedges have got bigger and the trees have got bigger and everything, we started off with gas lanterns, and then we did some perimeter lighting all the way around, and we've added lighting up in the pergola. We've added lighting on the cabana, just so everybody can enjoy.
The
Everybody
little
can have
cabana, let's be clear. The little
You know
cabana.
what? I'm going to get a plaque made that says Little Cabana,
Little Cabana.
in honor of you, because that's the new name of the cabana.
So once again, even with the lights, I love how your whole theme for the backyard is kind of building as, you know, we were sitting here and it was too dark, so we decided to put lights.
That's
and then
it.
we were sitting here and Carla said, boy, I miss torches on the beach. So we put torches up over there. It just kind of keeps layers and layers and layers going in the backyard. And I'm guessing you're not done yet.
Well, it's been a fun journey so far, Jeff, but who knows where the journey will take us, you know?
Awesome. The food, what can we say? I'm stuffed. Stuffed. And I've had my share of hot peppers.
I'll give Carla credit for the food, Jeff, but we're glad we could share the evening with you. It was
It was
fantastic.
fantastic. Thanks very much. I appreciate the invitation. Carla, thanks very much. Mwah. It was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.